Okay, we're live. Hello, everybody. But yeah, no, our vet tells us our dogs are too heavy.
Well, they told us about that about ours too, but
Yeah, but they don't miss no meals either. Them dogs eat better than me.
that's that's our problem.
Yeah, they spoiled. In the summertime, she'll go down and get them ice cream cones and everything else.
That's
We're spoiled.
Yeah, my little Chiwi, she eats ice cream
Oh yeah,
out of a bowl.
yeah.
Hey, Bachi, Ben.
But
hey Bocce, Ben's workshop. How you doing?
then
Oh shoot. Hey, you better bring that clock in, girl. I forgot it. You say that like you do not spoil them. No, we don't spoil them, Bocce. The wife spoils them. Me.
uh, uh,
Hey, you know what? Let me clarify that before Delisa blows a gasket.
yeah, you hear her over there fussing.
Oh yeah. Hey, how you doing, Ken? Good to see you.
Hey, Ken.
The
Hey,
wife,
Ken.
the wife was getting up each morning and cooking eggs for them dogs.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like, okay, where's my breakfast? She says, you got to act like the dog. I was like, no.
Well, now that you ain't gonna be home every day, you better turn around and start petting up on them real good there. Unless it's or either that or it's gonna cost you a steak every time you come home. I
Yeah.
throw it in first and then try to get it out.
Yeah. Yesterday I had to go. I had to go take another DOT physical and an agility test.
Wow. Today or yesterday?
Yesterday, Friday.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
thought you was going to drive a truck, not going to the army.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny got up this morning, and I think Missy had woke him up anyway, because she wasn't quiet this morning. Put it that way. And what you want for breakfast, Johnny? You want some eggs and toast? Yeah, that's good. Boudreaux, what you want? I said, you know what I want? I want some rice and eggs.
Yeah.
And we had rice left over from the pork chop gravy last night.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 eggs, uh, soft eggs, dippy eggs, some people call them, and I think Fuller Bear Egg calls it that, dippy egg. And with some cooked rice on top of that, and mix it around, just like grits and eggs, but it's rice and eggs.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I was stuffed. Hey, Tampa.
Hey, Tampa, how you doing? Uh, hey, Ken, are you feeling any better? Hopefully he's feeling a lot better. But yeah, I was like an agility test.
Uh,
That's good,
what,
Adam.
what did they give you? They give you 100-pound tarp to throw up on top of the load and all that stuff.
Oh hell, I can do that. I ain't worried about that. The only thing I have to do is I have to wear a back brace.
Oh,
Hello, Shell.
Hey, Shell, how you doing?
It's warm in here.
Yeah, Ken says he's 100% now. That's good. He's over that mess.
100 pound tarp and 30-mile-an-hour winds. That
Well,
yeah, that
that
don't.
will make you do all kind of agile things.
no, Daryl, I'm gonna be hooked to my coal bucket. So all I gotta do is push a button and the
Oh,
truck
okay.
will roll by itself.
Yeah, got them two rope, one pole on each side of the bucket with the roller in the middle, and boop,
Yep. And then I pull one little valve and it trips the dogs for the tailgate. Then I get back in the truck and put her in there,
Mm-hmm.
which a lot of people are afraid to do that, to stand a 40-foot bucket up with that much weight on.
There's our baby. There's a baby.
That is a long bucket, 40 foot long.
Yeah.
We used to have the short ones, like the 28 yards. I don't know how many yards yours holds, but we had the 28 yards, and there was a little shorter trailer. Then they enacted the bridge law. That's the nickname for it. You're supposed to have a longer trailer because they didn't like small highway bridges, going over little small bayous and stuff.
Yeah, so I couldn't get the inner axle.
And that way the truck's over the bridge, and by the time the truck's off, the trailer axles are going on it.
Right. But the wife, well, the chicken, she went with me one time. I run up to Michigan and picked up a load of engine blocks coming back down.
Oh, hell no.
And when I went to put that bed in the air, she bailed. She was gone. You want to talk about a hard load to dump. Them engine blocks didn't come off until I hit top scope on that bucket. When it bumped the top, I mean it let go.
It was rocking, and I'm like, oh, hell no.
That's it. That was a hell of a racket.
It was.
We used to do with our dumps. We spread limestone or gravel, what have you, and I'd ask them how thick they wanted, the limestone, and they say, give me about 3.5, 4 inches thick. I'm like, all right, no problem. Go over there, count out 5 links on my chain, hook them, get in the truck, start raising the bed, pop the gate while I'm moving, and I'll give you a nice spread. And that's, with limestone, it flows out easy, so, but still in all, you still got that chance of that hitting a pothole or something in the road, and that bucket wanting to go sideways. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Jungle Bob.
Hey, Jungle Bob.
What the heck's all that? Second Chance Mowers, how you doing? Ben, we're getting there.
Hi, Jeff.
Look who there. There's Adam. Ain't seen him in forever.
Hey, Adam, how you doing?
Hopefully you're doing
Hey,
pretty
Kemp
good.
is still alive, huh?
Yeah. Must be
Obviously.
working a lot.
Hey, Jungle Bob.
But anyway,
Second Chance.
I got some mail,
What did you get?
and I got a package here too for Polar Bear Ed, wherever he's at.
Oh, I guess he didn't get there today, huh?
No.
Well,
But
we have-
He
anyway,
must not be doing good.
I opened up this box, and somebody sent me this nifty clock.
Wow.
Is that what that is?
Timing gears and timing chain.
Yes, sir. And the fella that sent it to me was Jeff.
Yes, Jeff, thank you.
And it's a really nice clock. And it's going to be hanging on the
You didn't-
wall
You didn't
right
turn
back
the
up
bottom
there.
thing on.
Oh, no, I didn't. Let me turn the gears on. There you go. Now it's spinning.
Oh.
But
Hey, there's
yeah,
only one little problem with that, though.
what's that?
Kohlers don't have timing gears and timing chains.
No, but a Kawasaki does.
Oh, we don't care
And,
about
and
that.
it's upside down too.
No, it
Yeah.
ain't.
Yeah, well, the bigger sprocket is usually on the bottom. The cam sprocket's smaller.
Well, I'm gonna tell you my argument about it.
What is it?
is the older I get, the faster that doggone that thing would be spinning, and it's probably got 100,000 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Put your
true.
glasses on, Bocce. You can see
Uh-oh.
better.
Now, how's the numbers on the clock? Are they
Hey, Ed.
the right way when it's the small gears on the bottom, or the numbers the right way on the clock?
Everything
Okay.
is good.
Okay. Hey, Ed.
The clock that Jeff sent.
I seen that. That's cool.
Okay.
Oh,
How you feeling? Any better?
I was really tired this morning when I got up, and my legs are killing me. But
Uh-huh.
I went and helped Kenny today, so
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
that's why I didn't make it to your place.
We weren't home.
No, I was up north.
No.
I was up in Stowe. My boy is moving from the Cleveland area to Stowe now.
Hey, made it.
We were supposed to help paint, but they were almost done by the time we got there.
Yeah.
So we watched.
Moral support,
Hey.
that's the best.
It was all moral
Yep.
support. It sounded good to me. I
Mhm.
sat there
It worked.
hey, at least he showed up, right?
That's right. But no, he had a girl there. And I'm telling you, this girl, she had her own painting company. And she
Really?
could take a roller and do the trim and everything and not mess nothing up. And I mean, it looked good. And she did 4 rooms in the 2 hours that we was there.
Wow.
She
Yeah,
had
and it took
some
us,
big
like-
rollers and stuff. They were huge.
One day to do our living
Yeah.
room.
Uh-oh, we got another guy in the basement. Oh, and it's Mater. How you doing, Mater?
I don't know.
Doing good. I
Yeah,
tried to do a little decorating in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm doing a little better today than I was last night.
Well, that's a good thing. When you texted me, it didn't sound too good.
Well, believe me, I wasn't feeling real good.
Yeah. Well, at least you're feeling better today.
Yeah,
So
I got up this morning. It was a little bit stiff trying to work my head and my neck and stuff. Didn't want to move. But I managed to go out there and I cooked up a couple of pieces of bacon and an egg and had an egg sandwich. I was like, boy, it's nice to have something that I can eat again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You even sound better today, Jeff.
Yep. I was feeling pretty rough last night after I had to go take that test and everything yesterday.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm 55 years old. What in the hell am I doing an agility test?
Oh, we already know you failed that, or you wouldn't be in the spot you're in, huh?
No, sir. I did not fail that. I can still kick higher than my head.
Doesn't mean it ain't gonna hurt.
If I'm laying down, I could do that.
That's what I was about to say. If I was laying on my back, I could lift my leg higher than my head.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not going to say nothing because I probably couldn't.
See, I see Mater's got some swag in the background over there. You know, his studio's looking good now.
I've had that for a while. Figured, yeah, why not? Let's get it put up.
Might as well.
I don't know, bro. I don't want her to beat me up, so I ain't gonna say nothing.
Wait a minute, Bo. You just right down the road now. You ain't cross town, so I wouldn't talk too much to Matt.
Oh,
Uh-oh, Bo.
walk
Uh-oh, Bo.
across the or actually just bring Dad's truck over.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. That was a below the belt hit.
I was thinking I was thinking she could just walk across the street and unplug his house.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Hey, how you
That's
doing?
not very
Lisa?
nice now.
You come in.
Throw the main breaker and put a lock on the meter box on the breaker panel.
Shit. Bo.
Oh boy.
Hey, that electric computer, is that one of them ones that has all the little wheels that spin in it?
What?
The electric meter in his house.
Yeah.
Oh, they're easy to take out.
Scratching with D, man. How you doing?
Whoops, did I say that?
Oh,
Yeah, you did, Bo.
Did you say scratch? Did you say scratch? Tommy?
Dave's not here.
Oh, hey, how you doing, Tommy? I didn't see you come in. Dave, how you doing?
Hey, Tommy.
Lisa Ann, I don't think we said hello to you either.
But you know, in all the years, 33 years of driving tractor trailer, I never had to take an agility test. Never.
There's
Oh, we
always a
know one thing: you're not getting. You definitely applied for a job at Walmart because you wouldn't even have to worry about that, huh?
Yeah.
Hell, I probably couldn't even get a job handing out the little smiley faces at the door.
No, because you tell them to, never mind. I ain't gonna say it. On
Yeah,
here.
get your shit and get the out of here.
Well, good, you said it, not me.
But yeah,
Hey, you could be one of them people who stands here at the self checkout thing, just standing there watching them.
oh no, I seen a good one on Facebook that here shortly you're gonna have to start going in and unloading the trucks.
Yeah.
Got to help
Stock-
them out. There's
Got
Jungle
stuff.
Bob Repair. How you doing?
What,
You have to-
what about
yeah.
the guy that got kicked out of the employee break room at Walmart?
Yeah.
He said, hell, if I'm going to be going through the self checkout, I might as well deserve a break.
Yeah, right. If I got to check it myself, why do you have these people here besides the write-off?
I wanted to know when the Christmas party was for the self checkout employees.
Yeah. Hey, going, Delisa. I
You're
thought
late.
you was my friend.
I guess I got to get a W2 for being self checkout.
Something I don't know. That's crazy. But you know, it's sad. It's more self checkout than there is regular cashiers working when you go through the daggone lines.
Yep.
They changed all that around here. The Walmarts around here, they changed all that. They took out a lot of self checkouts
Uh-huh.
and put real people behind the counter.
All right, we're right off the,
Theft.
our Walmart is right off the interstate, and they still got every day. They may have one aisle that's open, and that's the tobacco aisle. They may have the cash register for it. That's other than that, the rest of it is stuff checkout.
I know when Chris and I, we go, there might be 3 or 4 of them that actually have cashiers, but we got self checkout on both ends of the store, and they're both always occupied.
We
Oh,
have
yeah,
a
we have the
little
same thing.
we have a little grocery store in Minerva. And they have 3 self-checkout lines now in that little grocery store.
Wow.
That only employed like 5-6 people.
Dollar General now around here has
Yes.
has self checkout.
As long as
Yeah.
you don't have cash.
And IGA.
Yep.
And Minerva.
Fishman started it.
Yeah. And I'm like, they're small town places. How in the world can they afford to put this type of equipment in and do away with somebody's job?
Save
Right.
money.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, Mark, those jobs used to be minimum wage. Now they're having to pay them $15 a daggum hour to
Well,
stand there.
you know, once you said that, I just forgot that minimum wage did just go up here a week or
Yeah.
2 ago.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be $7.25 or something other than
Right here.
now everybody wants you to go wants $15 an hour, at least $15 an hour to say working at Walmart. I mean,
Right.
I had one of my neighbors, like about 4 houses down, he brought me 2 TVs today to work on, and he's a mechanic, and he works at O'Reilly's, and they put him part-time, so that knocked his benefits out and whatever. And I said, what do y'all get over there anyway at O'Reilly's? He says, I'm making $9.79 an hour, I think he said. Not even $10. I'm like, what? And he says, yep. He says the people at Walmart, the buggy pushers, make 13. They get paid more than I do. I'm like,
I think I would be over at Walmart pushing carts in all day then.
You know what, Brandon? On that comment right there, I wouldn't mind paying a little bit more because you're paying for service that you're getting right there. And you don't see service like that hardly anymore.
nowhere
Right.
anymore.
And whenever somebody takes my stuff out, I even give the boy a tip.
There you go.
You know.
The last couple times I've went to Walmart, they didn't have any of the regular checkouts open, and I looked around, started getting ready to just push my cart over to the opening of the self checkout and walk away. And the lady walks over and goes, "Excuse me, sir, would you like some help checking out?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'd like somebody to check me out." She grabbed my cart, walked it over, scanned everything, bagged it right, everything. She said, "Do you have payment?" I'm like, "Yeah." Got my credit card. She ran it for me and everything. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Now, why can't you do that over at the regular checkout aisle?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Because they're not allowed. Those rules are over the checkout, the self checkout.
Yeah, Delisa, I can say that IGA does have pretty good meats, but around here, we go to our local butcher and we buy everything through the.
We're doing good there, Channel.
Well, I met what that was. That was a Walmart employee that was kind of flirting with Ed, and Ed didn't take the bait. See, I mean,
she wasn't flirting with me. She's probably 17, 18 years old, and she actually wasn't working at the self checkout thing. She was somebody walking by and had the blue vest on. She didn't have the yellow.
Ed, you got to be careful with that, because the next thing you're going to be hearing is, "Daddy, Daddy."
No.
Knock at the door, say, "Hi, Dad."
She wanted a sugar daddy.
No, she just wanted to sit on Santa's lap to make sure she was on the nice list.
Nah.
She ain't getting no sugar here.
Not even a candy cane, huh?
And the only one sitting on my lap are on the naughty list.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, our Walmart here has, I think it's 6 or 7 of them checkout things. If you're lucky, 2 of them are open.
Do you remember the?
When I go to Walmart, it's for a reason, and that's it. It's because I can't find it nowhere else in town. And while I'm there, I'll get, office supply or something, but usually I go to Bertrand's Printing right down the road from me, about 5 blocks, instead of driving a mile and a half to Walmart and deal with all that. But I check out at the that counter in the back by the computers and all that.
Yep.
Way in the back, electronics. I check out there. Sometimes I'll park at the tire center and walk through the back, and I check out at the tire center. No lines, no nothing. Nobody checks out back there. I guess I don't know. I know about it.
Yep.
Well,
The only thing I go to Walmart for is get my prescriptions.
Brandon's on his way to work now. He's going to Walmart.
No, see, when I go to Walmart, I do the online grocery ordering. That way, I know I'm employing at least two people, because usually there's one person that has to go through the store and pick all this shit out and put it in the cart or in their thing, and then bag it and all that kind of stuff. Then there are people in the back that bring it out to your car. So
that's what we've been doing a lot of, because we've been with our sickness and all that stuff.
Yep.
We've been doing. It's probably been 6 months since I've been inside Walmart, other than to the pharmacy.
Hey, how you doing, Breezy?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what Crystal's been doing here lately. But the only problem is that they've been running out of stock on certain things we want, so they want to try and change it for something else. And then it's like, no, that ain't what we want.
What's the matter, huh?
And they don't ask, is it okay to substitute this item for this one?
No.
Missy went to Walmart not long ago. She went with her niece, though. We didn't have a ride, so she went with her niece. That's the only reason. Usually we go to Super One, which is a lot cheaper than Walmart on their groceries and their meat. I don't buy meat from Walmart. Never. I go to the local slaughterhouse here and get it.
We don't buy meat from Walmart either.
Yeah, Jungle Bob. That was my first job was bagging groceries at Edwards Supermarket up on Market Street in Canton, and taking it out to their vehicles and stuff. That's what I did. My very first job when I was 16.
Yep.
Well, my parents owned their own meat market, so I had to wait counters and check people out, and sometimes carry stuff out to the vehicle for them.
I don't know if Adam's still on YouTube. I haven't seen nothing.
Talk about Tampa.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just did a live stream either earlier today or yesterday.
Huh.
So yeah, he's getting back into doing live streams and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I know that what was it Wednesday? He actually came in the chat and everything on mine.
Well, Adam's always worked a lot of jobs, a lot of hours. You know,
Yep.
I don't know, he might not have time, you know, to support everybody like he used to, but as long as I knew, he was working a lot of hours when he was with the excavating company. I think it was.
No.
Yeah, when he went back to operating, that's when he started putting big hours and driving to work, and sometimes I'd catch him like at 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning. He'd be live driving to work.
Right.
And then
What's he do? Run a heavy equipment operator?
Yeah, and then I know he was saying that his boss won't let him do video or live stream while he's at work on the job.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. Yep.
I know I was on someone's live stream last night, and I put a challenge out to one of the guys that was on that channel. The guy does a lot of drag racing. I told him, yeah, if he ever came here and everything, I'd race him at my local quarter-mile track. He goes, yeah, I see you got a motorcycle. Yeah. I told him, I'll race you with my 09 Dodge Caliber. The only thing is, I don't think the guy realizes I'm talking about the dirt track.
Gotcha.
It wasn't long ago. When did some Adams people come in? What was?
I've seen Dirtfoot Racing and all them guys come through.
Yeah, Dirtfoot. And what was his cousin or something?
Tampa's cousin.
Black hair boy. Jet. Jet. Isn't it? Jet.
Yeah, Jet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jet stopped through here just 2-3 weeks ago. Aunt B's. Okay, Lisa. She's
Yeah.
starting that Aunt B stuff again.
Later, how's the weather over there? Is it getting close to raining or clouding up real bad?
Ain't been all that bad today.
Okay.
But I mean, it's just now with the sun going down, starting to get a little cool.
Okay. But yeah, well, here too a little bit, but that's
You see,
the time of the year. They're supposed to have some bad storms heading our way. Johnny had told me he watched something on when he woke up this morning. He was watching something on a notepad, and he seen Ryan Hall, y'all, the weather guy, YouTube guy, and he said, "Man, I hope what he said don't come true."
Well, we are on the ice advisory for tomorrow.
Well, I was gonna say that would explain why my right ankle's hurting.
Probably so. Yeah, they got a big one coming through.
Yeah,
We got 70% rain tomorrow.
Damn.
Chance of rain.
we had snow today.
Yeah, we had
Wow.
snow and sleet up there where we was at.
I
Man.
had freezing rain when I left the house this morning.
Yeah.
We had kind of a sunny day.
that reminds me.
Not us.
How are the townships up there in Ohio?
Hit and miss.
I don't know if y'all heard, but Shade Tree, he found out April the 9th is when the township is going to come and bulldoze everything down on his property.
What?
Yep, it seems that his father, before he passed away, they've been harassing him and everything, and told his father, says, "Look, if you don't sign this paper allowing us to bulldoze the house and every building on that property, we'll take you to court." Well, for some reason, he signed it and sent it back. So, and of course, Scott's been fighting it and everything, and we're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Why is it that township is
Picking on him so bad? Yeah.
right? And one of the buildings was built there by the railroad many years ago and everything. So they're saying it's causing a hazard to the railroad. But yet, hold it, the railroad's the one that built the damn building.
Huh.
That's
Well.
I'm still trying to figure out, and trying to find a way to. I'm thinking that the township has got plans for that property. That they're basically strong arming him to give
more
up.
likely.
Because now they're trying to say that once they bulldoze it, he can't build anything on it.
And
They're
like,
trying to get his property for some reason.
Yeah, they're trying to get that property for some reason, and we're trying to figure out why.
Eminent domain, so they can probably put a Walmart there.
Well, I don't know, because all I know is that he was telling me today on the phone that there's like 4 acres on the other side of the railroad tracks that some guy owns. He can't even build anything there. And some grain silos and everything, they bulldozed all those down.
Huh.
It's just open land. There was
exactly.
a house in town that this lady was living in. They bulldozed it because they didn't like it looked.
Either that, or getting ready to. They might be putting another line in for that railroad, and you can't stop the damn railroad.
Yeah, well,
Good to
so
see you,
far
John.
from what. Hey, John. But from what Scott's saying is that the railroad has no complaints whatsoever. I told him he needs to go to the Planning and Zoning Committee and find out what's planned for that area.
So it sounds like if they're
they can't keep it, they can't take it.
Yeah, even though they bulldozed the house and a building or two or whatever on the property, Scott still owns that land.
Well, the thing about it is the title for the land and deed, or the house and the deed for the land, he said it's still in his mom and dad's name. But now, since his mom's passed away,
And
and now his dad's passed away, so now they're having to go through the probate for both properties.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, good to see you.
So, but yeah, I was gonna say, let y'all know that's what's going on with Shade Tree. I mean, he could use our support. He said he's trying to find a lawyer to take it all on, but nobody's willing to do it.
You have to go out of the area.
Yeah, you got.
yeah, right. If lawyers are scared, something's up. Local lawyers, I mean.
They're probably trying to put up $2 generals, one on each side of the bridge.
Could be.
Yeah.
But you have to get an attorney out of a different district.
Yeah.
Against one another in the same district. Go to another town and find one. Don't.
That's what I've also told him that what he needs to do is go to a television station, see if they've got an investigative reporter.
Yeah.
Talk to them, because they've got the resources and time to dig.
Yeah, and they putting that on the air, and hey, local government does not want to get on the news channels
Yeah,
with a bad rap or reputation, whatever.
right.
Hey, how you doing, Tuber Chat? Good to see you.
But yeah, that's the thing with with him. But like he told me today, the fact is that everything is in his mom and dad's name. And I told him simple fact is, to me, since his dad was 88, I would say if there's a way you can cite the fact that his dad signed it, because I said don't take it the wrong way. I just said simple fact is that was his dad's mind coherent enough,
Sound mind and body.
right, sound mind and body, to know exactly what he was signing, to know what the outcome of it would be after signing
Right.
it. It
Yeah,
could
but
be the fact, but he's, Scott's trying to say that that's probably all the stress and everything is what made his dad have a heart attack.
well, but with eminent domain, they basically they can take over any part, any land they want to. All they got to do is condemn it, and once they condemn it, you're screwed. So
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
they're not right. They're not wanting to condemn it. They just want to. They're saying it's the house and everything there is an eyesore. And from what he was telling me, is that a judge signed a court order to allow the certain, I can't think of the word of it right now, but the people come in, code enforcers, saying that the code enforcer can actually step onto his property to look around and take pictures. That a judge signed the order allowing it.
Hey, how you doing, Gleason News?
Big Lisa, Tyler.
Ranch, how you doing, Tyler? Yeah, it's pros and cons. They got to catch 22 there somewhere, or somebody signed an affidavit for them to do so.
See you later, Ben.
Hey, Gleason.
Yeah,
That's like the big warehouse they want to build over here by me. I guess the town engineer worked a deal with some company. It was kind of keep it under the table so nobody else really knew about it, and just kind of slid it in at one of the town meetings. But he had it all figured out. A lot of people flipped out when it finally broke out that this guy's been working on this deal by himself for the last 2 or 3 years.
Yep.
And when you start reading the whole article, it's like he already had it figured in that if it come to it, they would just do that eminent domain and stuff.
No.
And it's supposed to be, well, they got the railroad runs down through there, but it stops like about half a mile down. It branches off to different places. But they're making this. It's a concrete plant that this is all actually on, and they're trying to push that guy out. Stretch this whole, it's like about a quarter of a mile or half mile almost from there out to the main highway. And they're going to put in a 300 unit like warehouse. And they're going to leave, and they figure with that, and there should be enough room that when they need to, they can build another 100.
Damn.
yeah, that's.
Yeah, but what I understand, Lisa, is the fact is the railroad, from what they're telling Scott, they have no interest in anything through there.
Yeah.
And it's a big headache. He's been fighting it for so long. He's basically at his wit's end. I mean, he's got so much stuff there that he's got to get, moved. I mean, that's his house.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do some research and figure out what's going on. Starting at the courthouse would be the best place to start.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I've been telling him. But I mean, it's up there. I mean, I've never heard of something like that as far as a township being able to pull crap like that. just because they don't like the look of something.
Usually
Give
the
them the right
township,
to do it.
usually the township doesn't bother anybody. Now, if you was inside the city limits, they'd be all over you like hornets.
No, he's out. He's out in the middle of the country. I've already looked as far as where his address and everything is. He's not even in city limits. He's out in the country, out in the middle of BFE,
Mm-hmm.
and pulling all this.
Hey, how you doing?
doing?
Hey, Renegade.
Hey, Renegade.
But since y'all are up that way, I figured I'd ask y'all how everything works.
Well, if the property is in disarray or falling in or whatever by the standards of the township, they have the right to go in and clean up the property. If the houses and structures are deemed unoccupiable, they have the right to bulldoze them.
Yeah, and then what they do after they bulldoze it, they want money for that service that they did, and if you don't have the money to pay them for that, that's when they take your property.
Well,
your land.
they tack it onto your taxes, and then after X amount of time, if you don't pay that up, that they'll sell the property for tax abatement. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is Ohio
Well, that's
anyway?
what I meant, but
Okay,
and,
well,
They're
also
after that land for some reason.
well, and also, if you're running a business off that property and it's zoned residential, it doesn't matter. They can charge you and seize the property because you're running an illegal business. So,
well, he doesn't have a business license, so
What state is he from?
so it's considered a hobby. He can always say, "Oh man, I ain't doing this for money. This is my hobby."
it don't matter.
what state's he from, Mater?
Who, Chef?
Yeah.
In Ohio.
Huh. I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chef Shade Tree Scott.
Yep. He's there in Ohio.
Huh.
Was it? Oh hell, let me go get my phone that way and get that in. Or hang on, no, I can.
No, doesn't he come in here in the chat a lot of times?
Yeah.
I thought he did.
I've seen him make comments on some of my videos. I just didn't know where he was from.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kenton,
He's
Ohio.
everywhere I go.
From where?
Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
Kent. Okay, he's clean over by the Indiana line over in Kenton. Now.
Right, but it's a Blanchard Township.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Yeah.
I could have
Claim he's
made a
Amish
bet.
and it said to claim he's Amish and to leave him the hell alone.
Yeah, well, he's got the beard for it.
Yeah.
he's got a beard just like Ed does, mustache, beard, the works. Amish don't have mustaches, but they got the beard. Most of them, anyway.
Oh, the least well, I'm trying to tell Shade Tree what needs to be done. We're all trying to help him and everything. I know someone mentioned about trying to get a GoFundMe account going to get an attorney for him, but I tell him you need to find one of those TV stations that's got an investigative reporter.
Right.
Right.
Mark
But,
Ship.
right, but some of the things that they have complained about, he's done and gotten fixed.
Everything cranked up.
He's gotten rid of a whole bunch of stuff. It's going to take time for him to try and get some more of it done because he's trying to get it done by himself. And some of the things is they're expecting him to get it done like last week.
Well, like Bocce said, if it's overgrown and all that stuff, and as a junkyard, then they can do that kind of stuff.
Now he did have a lot of vehicles on there, but he straightened all that out and got the grass short, but this was a while back. I don't know what it looks like now.
Right.
But everything's in order now. They finally left him alone
for a while.
I guess until his dad passed away, and then now they know his dad passed away, I guess. So boom, now they own him even harder.
Well, the simple fact is on that is because before his dad passed away, his dad had actually signed that paperwork agreeing to let them tear down the house.
Yeah. Well,
That Scott didn't even know about. He found out about it from his brother.
yeah, not enough, obviously. Yeah, Bachi's
It looks like
right on that, I would reckon. Yeah.
The other thing he can do too is possibly get a hold of like Habitat for Humanity and start working with them if he qualifies. My mom and dad's neighbor. My mom and dad tried to buy that property for years. The house was should have been condemned. The township and them wouldn't do anything about it. They never kept grass up and everything. Finally, those people got it with Habitat for Humanity. They stopped everything. They dozed the house. They dozed the old barn. They cleaned it all up, built them a new house, and everything. And
Wow.
now I think it's.
But the property was, like free and clear in their name and stuff. Right now, the property is not in Chef Scott's name. So that's a little controversy on that. Everything's going to be at what, probate, like Mater said, or something.
If it's in probate,
everybody on the panel, read Renegade's Garage, and I pretty much agree with him there. So we can just leave this subject alone.
What's going on I-10 there, Cajun? I heard the other day, read something the other day where I-10 and
I-49.
49
Yeah.
got a truck hit the bridge there or something. And
yeah, it was an over-height load. It was just a regular dump bucket. It looked like anyway in the pictures. He was going underneath the overpass. In fact, Mark, Sandy, and Ed, they went over the I-49 interstate. They went over that at the exit 103A and 103B. There was a truck going northbound on 49, and that's where actually 49 had started at years ago, right there.
Yeah.
South of that, it was a Evangeline Thruway, but it's all I-49 now. So anyhow, he was going northbound. He had a bunch of stuff. It looked like in a big, like a wood chip wagon, but it was a bunch of, I guess, engines or whatever. And he was over height, and boom, and ripped out some concrete on the bottom side of that bridge, overpass, I mean. And boy, look, the rebar, and I mean, all of that was showing. That was one hell of a joke, but he went through. I guess it leveled that load out he had, because he stopped right there at the on-ramp at the Cloverleaf. So that was a big deal. I guess it's open now.
Right.
The eastbound lane, but the eastbound lane was shut down for 3 days that I know of.
It looks like it was going to take a while to redo that daggum overpass because he took a big chunk out of it.
Yeah, he did. You saw the pictures then.
I saw the pictures of it. I mean,
yeah, it's open. It's open. It's open. But they didn't have far to reroute. They didn't have far because they got Louisiana Avenue right past that, and so the traffic was just diverted around from Ambassador Caffrey, head east on 90, and then hit Louisiana Avenue and then get back on the interstate there. But I can imagine the traffic on Highway 90 though, on Cameron Street. That was a woolly booger. They probably had to reset some red lights and stuff.
Right.
going
in.
We got a railroad bridge down here that gets waffled regularly. And it's got signs at both ends of the road, in the middle of the road. Before you get to the bridge, it's got one of them sensor things with the blinking light that starts blinking and stuff if you're too high. It's an 11-foot bridge. And you guys see how many trucks have hit this in the past couple of years.
11 foot instead of 13.6, huh? Or 13.11.
Well, it really shouldn't even have trailers on this. But it's like they come out of the Snapple factory or whatever want to call it over Wharton instead of
Oh,
half these guys can't figure out where they're going, so they'll drive all the way up through there to get on 46. When where they're coming out of, if they made 2 right turns, they're right on 80.
yeah,
I guess if you follow your GPS because you don't know any better.
yeah. They had a few overpasses that I've seen that they blacktopped the road quite a few times, and they had to change the clearance sign
Hey,
because the
Jeff,
blacktop had built it up, and it was
Yeah.
like 6 inches, difference, 6 or 7 inches difference. They have to change the sign.
hey, Jeff, how come they don't fix that bridge? And I'm going to tell you a true story. I'm one of the assholes that hit that bridge there coming from Snapple.
Really? I'm not calling you an asshole, but I mean, really, you hit
Yes, I did.
Hey, Jimmy.
Well, there's a
Mason, Jim Mason.
there's a train trestle bridge or tunnel 2 miles from my house that has gotten more trucks and trailers than I can even talk about.
Homework.
Yep, there's even been motorhomes and stuff that's been taken out by this thing because it's one of them arch style tunnels the train goes over top of. Good friend of mine, he was in a group of guys that had a bunch of the side by sides. They had 4 side by sides on a big low deck pickup gooseneck trailer. They come down through there, and a car, usually you can get over to the middle and get through it. He said as he was coming down through, some car come flying down through, so he had to squeeze over to the side. Took 3 of the 4 side by sides off the back of the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
That's a wicked bridge.
Yeah, they have fixed that bridge a couple of times now.
Oh, yeah.
Is that bridge? Has it got a big casting plant there right beside of it?
No. This is out in the country.
I went to some place up there picking up train parts one time, and there's a low underpass, but right before the low underpass there was a road that you had to turn on to go to get to that casting plant. You had to go all the way around the damn place.
You was talking about Alliance Casting, and you couldn't get under the bridge.
Yeah.
Get there. I've been there.
You had to go all the way around this doggone, all the way around the town.
Yes.
Come in the other side, and then right dead before the bridge.
Yep.
They had to go right hand turn.
And if you was on the other side of the bridge, you could look through the bridge and see where you wanted to be at, but you can't get there. You got to go all the way around and come back to it.
I couldn't remember what the name of the town was, but I knew it's in that area up there somewhere.
Well, now supposedly you can get underneath of it because they've dug it down.
Yeah.
And everything. But yeah, that bridge you're talking about is very deceiving because you're coming along and it drops down in, and I've seen many some box trailers get down that hill and get like halfway under it, and when they start up the other side, it pinches them. The one I'm talking about here, where I'm at, it's a curve, and coming from going west, it's a straight shot into it. Now the other way, it's kind of downhill, but yeah, and the bridge that you're talking about is actually like maybe a mile from where I work at.
Uh-huh. Hey, how you doing, Wayne?
Hey, Wayne and Jimmy.
And there's Shake. How you doing?
Oh, Shake.
Well, this bridge up here, the last time it got hit was some nitwit that was parking a tryout, brand new triaxle in our yard there. And when you pull out of our yard, it's all of about 200 yards down to this bridge. He hit it hard enough where he actually smacked the front of the body back down in and shoved the nose of the truck up into the bridge.
Dang.
Well,
they had 2 records there to try and get him out. He was just wedged in there that tight. And, my brother showed me a picture because he was there. And it's like, how could you possibly get that much speed up in that short of a distance to do that?
Right.
The new big fifth wheel trailers that have the big high spot in the front up on the gooseneck area.
Uh-huh.
A couple years ago, we had one hit the train bridge down here, and it literally took the trailer completely off the frame.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
It was sitting on the ground, and it's only 45 mile an hour down through there. that guy come down through there, and he said, "Well, I couldn't get stopped in time." But the truck and the trailer frame made it all the way through the tunnel. The body of the RV was sitting down on the ground.
Yeah.
Man, those trailers are tall nowadays. Man, they tall. They pushing the limits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but-
watch these guys with a half-ton pickup driving them around too.
Yeah,
Well,
but 45 miles an hour, he had to have been going faster than that to rip that whole thing off.
Well,
yeah,
yeah, but the way they measure bridges up there in Jeff's area, I mean, I know it's New York, but you come around a daggone corner and all of a sudden there's a bridge that says 12.6, and they don't tell you can still clear it with a 13.6 trailer.
Right.
well, there used to be a
So
lady
this
that lived
thing
up
here,
the
Daryl,
hill.
it's got signs at both ends of the road. The one end of the road splits off, and this small road goes off this way, and it says all trucks. It points that way. About 100 yards up, it has another sign. Then it has past that. There's like one of them sensor things that has these big yellow lights that blink. And
Yeah.
it's like these people still drive into the bridge, and they got it blocked off a little bit now, but they're right before the bridge. They used to have this spot that was like wide, so you got the retards to stop in time before they ripped the truck in half or smashed into the bridge. They could back in and turn around.
Yep.
Well, there used to be a lady that lived up the hill from this bridge here where I live at, and she had one of her security there were so many wrecks there that she had one of her security cameras actually fixed on that bridge, and she'd post on Facebook at least once a week somebody that hit the bridge, you know. And I'm not talking just semis. I'm talking guys with like box trailers and everything else. Like I said, it's the arch, and to get through it, you have to get right dead center. And they would be over the side. They'd rip the sides of their trailers off,
Damn.
you know, everything else. And then it used to be years back, if it rained real hard and flooded, there's a big creek that runs kind of diagonally through there too. It kind of makes with the road. It used to flood, and you'd pull up down through there, and like people that know the area, when it gets flooded down there, you don't try to go through it. It may only look a foot deep. It's probably 4 or 5 feet deep.
Yeah. But you know where the little gas station is, right on the other side of that bridge there in Homeworth.
Yeah.
Well, old Mott's used to park at Yellow Kenworth in there, but he had his pipes lowered so he could get through the bridge. And he was a lot of them that they seen him go through that.
Yeah.
And that's when all that mess started. And Mott's, he would tell them, I don't think you want to follow me. And sure as shit, they would hit it. And he lived right there on the hill on the other side of that filling station where he parked at.
Right. Yep. Yeah. If I watched a couple times people come through there, and these trucks with the box trailers and the big air dams on top of the truck, one person get out and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna make it. Come on," and
Crunch.
hit it. It's like, okay, well we need to back up. Oh, you start backing up, and they're starting to rip that airfoil off the top and everything else, and it's like,
Yeah. And well, the old man drove a car carrier, and there was a many a daggum time whenever we went on a 13.6
Hey,
bridge.
Shade Tree's in here, and read what he put in the chat.
Yep.
But heck, you would think that you could claim an eminent domain on that if them buildings have been there all this time, and just now they want to start a mess with it.
And the weird thing about it is that one building they're saying is too close to the railroad tracks. That's the one the railroad themselves built.
Oh,
It had it as a station.
Well,
So that's the thing
railroad-
we're trying to figure out is why are they saying it's a hazard, yet the railroad themselves is the one that built the damn thing.
Well, the railroad has 30 feet from the center on both sides of the railroad. That's their right of way to everybody's.
right.
I mean, that is the law here in Virginia anyway, because that's down where we ride 4-wheelers at. That's what their thing is.
Yeah,
I
Shade
mean-
Tree, if that's the fact, they're saying it's too close to the railroad, tell them they build it, and if you don't want the building, make them take it down.
Right.
Built the
The thing
daggone
about
building.
it, the thing about it, it's a brick building. I've seen pictures of it.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah, it sounds like it needs to have the railroad involved and let
Yeah.
them have an easement to have the building there.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Exactly. If the railroad built it, let the railroad take care of it.
Hey,
Missy
Steve,
showed me a picture the other day of a semi truck. The cab trailer wasn't there. It looked like not one, not two, but 3 trains hit this truck. The whole passenger side of this cab, this truck, was completely tore off. I'm talking about this. Looked like a knife cut it. A huge knife cut it. And then the engine was still mounted to the frame. Well, it was cockeyed, but it was still where it was supposed to be under the hood. Well, there was no hood left anyway. But the side of that sleeper, it was a big double sleeper. You could see in it, you could see the bunk and all that. It looked like a big knife just sliced it. I know. There was no explanation. I forgot where Missy seen it, but I'm like, dang. It was tore up from the floor up.
He must have parked too close to the railroad tracks. Is what it sound like.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that truck, but it was bad, whatever it was.
But Jeff, you know that's what I was talking about. You know how New York is up there. They measure from curb height or something or other, and you come around a curb in New York City or right there in that area down there, and all of a daggone sudden they come around there and there's a 12-6 bridge, and and everybody behind you is raising hell because go on through it, and I know I'm 13-6. I said I ain't wanting to make a convertible out of this truck, and well everybody else started passing. I was sitting down there looking at that doggone 12-6.
Whenever I get into a predicament like that, I can dump the air on the tractor and dump the air on the trailer and lower it down. I can pick up 3 inches.
Yeah. But like I was talking about a while ago, I used to be Daddy's measuring stick because I mean every time he'd come up to a 13-6 with a car carrier, because you didn't ever know exactly how tall you was because the suspension on the cars and all that stuff. So I would end up having to crawl out I had to crawl up the trailer and stand there and put the bar on this tie down bar on top of the middle car just so I could see whether it was going to clear or not. And I have done that many a doggone times.
Now everybody knows this story. I'm pretty sure that knows about truck driving or is a truck driver. There's this truck that went under the bridge and it was too high, and the second overpass was lower, or the blacktop was more higher, and the truck got stuck. State trooper comes along. Got your truck stuck, huh? Driver says, no, I just parked it there for a little sleep break. You know, my time's up on my driving, so I got to take a break. So anyway, they trying to figure out how to get the truck out without doing any damage to the bridge or the truck, any more damage to the truck. Well, the 11-year-old girl comes out there and gets out of her mom and dad's car and says, why don't y'all just let some air out the tires and they'll back right out. Leave it to the 11-year-old girl to save the day.
Uh-huh. Wow,
Is that right up there with Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
That's it.
Well, we have really
that don't even sound right. I'd have to get down to the courthouse and that and figure out what the heck's going on, and just get it cleaned up and find out what you got to do. But as far as that railroad, that building being too close to that railroad, if they put that building up, make the railroad tear it down. It's their building.
And Chef,
I like
I would
Ed's
have to think
comment.
if the railroad put that up, it's railroad property there, wouldn't it be?
Yep.
yeah, and Chef.
That or his dad gave the railroad permission, or the grandfather gave the railroad permission, like Mark said, just to build that one little building there for the railroad.
Right.
Don't, but don't get a lawyer from that jurisdiction. Go to the next jurisdiction over and then find you a lawyer because
Yep.
the township and the lawyers are too much in cahoots with each other. So.
Yep. Get out of that county. Hire one out of another county.
Now, like I
Hey,
said,
Wayne,
get with that TV station and get a
the rails
investigative
below and
report.
exploded.
What's that?
Wow.
What's that news channel out there that you call for action?
Channel 8.
Channel 8 News or something.
Yeah,
He said Lima, I think, was the closest town to him. They had a TV station.
Uh-huh.
It don't matter. Channel 8 goes all over.
Yeah.
Fox 8 News out of Cleveland has the I-Team investigative team.
Right.
Right, there you go. Right there.
Yep. Start calling news stations and stuff.
Yeah, they go all around. There's one station here in Lafayette. They go as far as Lake Charles, which is like what, 60 miles away, something like that. They'll go as far as Iowa, right before the Lake Charles limit, to do investigative reporting. They've been helped out a lot of people with stuff.
Oh, okay. The building is his. It's not the railroad building. It's his building. That might be your whole issue. Is the building might be too close for their easement because the railroad has X amount of foot right away easements on your property. So you'd have to check what the easement is and measure it.
Yeah, like I said, he's been checking with the railroad, and the railroad has no problems with it. They're not the ones complaining. It's the township that's doing the complaining.
Well, then he needs to get an affidavit from the railroad so that he can shut the township up.
Yeah.
Because once he gets an affidavit from the railroad and gives it to the township, a copy of it stating that there is no issue there, that now it becomes a he said, she said. Now the township's got to decide right from wrong. But if the railroad's not pushing the issue, there is no issue.
Yeah. There may have been an easement or anything on file, but it may have been like 100-year easement, and it has expired. It needs renewed. Just like your oil wells and stuff like that. You sign like 100-year lease. Well, at the end of that 100 years, don't matter who owns the property, that lease has to be re-upped, or that well reverts back to the landowner.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, but he's saying that his father did sign the paperwork to agree to have them, have the buildings tore down right before he passed away.
Right before he passed away? Wow.
Yeah,
and then that goes to his mental capacity when he signed that paper. Was he
right?
in his right mind, or was he?
And he was 88. So, and that's one thing I told him is like, you could basically say, hey, he didn't have the mental capacity to understand what was, what he was agreeing to.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, when Chef Scott's dad came up from Florida to go to the house up in Ohio, his dad met, I think, Theo, if I'm not mistaken, Country Mile Garage. His dad met him and a few other YouTubers, mechanics, because Chef Scott's dad was a mechanic. He worked for Ford for years and years. And so he met a bunch of YouTubers while he was up there, and then he went back to Florida, and that's when he passed away, just a couple of days after that.
Renegade, from what Shade Tree was telling me, is that the township was telling him, either sign this paperwork agreeing or we'll take you to court.
You're exactly right, Ken Bates. Until that property is in his name, he does not have a leg to stand on.
Yeah, and everything is going through probate right now.
Well, and down here.
But the news can still help out, though.
And then, the thing about it is, the right of way for a railroad is 30 feet from the center, on both sides from the center of the road.
That can vary from state to state too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, that's basically what the railroad told us. That's
Right.
basically federal. That's
Yeah,
federal
but
law.
right. He was
That's,
saying that the railroad told him 10 feet
no,
center of the track. So,
no, it's
well, that's what the railroad was telling him.
But
Mhm.
if the property is in probate, then the township should not be able to do anything with it until it's out of probate.
Exactly. It should be a
Yeah.
lockdown right now. Should
Right.
be nobody
The,
being able to do anything.
the only thing they can do is if it's behind on taxes and stuff like that,
Seize it.
they can start seizure proceedings even though it's in probate. They can put their claim on it because it's behind in taxes. So, yeah.
That I don't know.
Hey, who was it? Was it Briggs saying that one time that somebody's house, part of it caught on fire, I think, or something, or was
Yeah.
damaged some kind of way, and the
Yeah.
town came in and bulldozed it, just
Yep.
out of the blue, just bulldozed it, but the
Yep.
house was still repairable or something. Wasn't it Briggs saying that?
Yeah, and the
Okay.
guy, they didn't give the guy time to go in there and get his own personal stuff.
Right. Get his personal stuff and no telling what he had in there. He might have had a safe in there. Oh,
Yeah.
I think Scott did say he had a safe in there or something.
Yep. And all that stuff was basically went out to the garbage dump.
Yeah. Hey,
yeah.
Kyle.
Mark drop link again and see if Chef will come in here and give us information as well. It's better to have it from horse's mouth than.
What I missed.
Yep. That's just Mark wants to give him the link to have him come up.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle. But yeah, I know
How many people you allowed, Mark?
I honestly don't know.
he can have. I think he can have 10.
Well, if he doesn't have 10, I'll bow down and I'll just watch in the comments.
Well, he can have at least 9 because he's had 6 and 7 up there before. So
Oh, so he can have 10 on the panel then. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not real sure, honestly.
Yeah, if you're
If
paying
he's
for it.
yeah, he can have up to 10.
Oh, okay, yeah. If you're paying for it or whatever, even with the $10 deal, you can have 10.
I can't answer if I'm paying for it or not because I don't pay the stuff.
Oh, Miss Sandy, now.
I know nothing.
Miss Sandy done got all that straightened out for you, Mark.
I got that $10 deal, and I'm glad I did.
That's what we got.
I'm sure he didn't miss no dinner.
No, he
All
didn't.
right,
He almost did.
Beep beep, road runner.
Yep.
Hey, how you doing, Roadrunner? At Subway right now.
I want to know if he's getting dinner or is he getting the snack for the way home before dinner.
Yes.
Dang,
Probably getting a snack for the way home.
Yeah.
that would be Thomas. That a sub, 1 foot long sub would be a snack for Thomas.
I would like to see Thomas and Kyle sit down at a table sometime.
Our contest.
Oh,
Kyle can eat.
Kyle put a hurting on some shit, man.
I don't know.
I mean, when you can eat a dozen eggs plus ham and bacon or whatever and all that just for a snack, that's, oh Lord. I used to be able to eat a dozen eggs
Wow.
at one time, just some plain eggs.
Dozen eggs on a bet.
Hey,
Like
Cajun,
old cool hand Luke, I can eat 50 eggs.
hey, that's Jethro Bodine.
Yeah, Jethro. I used to eat cereal with a Jethro bowl. I love cornflakes.
Dump a box in there, and that was your breakfast.
The wife just pulled it up. It's actually 200 feet from the center of the railroad, and that's federal. So federal right away.
200.
Supper right now. What are you cooking?
The state can't. The state can overrule the federal on that part, but they
But
can't.
over here, there's houses that's way closer than 200 feet from the track.
That's
Over here.
they're
Over
right
here,
across-
where
they're
the hill
right across
starts going up, is their property.
Yeah, they're actually. It said, Yeah, it says up at 200 feet right away on both sides of it. Because
Up to 200.
it says 200 feet. It is the federal right of way on both sides of the
Oh,
road.
right away. Okay.
Yeah.
You better keep
That
on
means
cooking
they
there,
can go in
St. Jude.
there if they want, but
Yeah.
they don't own it. But it's a right of way. Okay.
All right, Ben. Thanks for coming in. See you, Ben.
Good night,
Yeah,
Ben.
man.
Take care,
Right,
Ben.
man.
Damn. Briggs is in the hospital.
Yeah, I was wondering why he wasn't up here. Huh.
Who?
Wow.
He says his truck went on fire and he's in the hospital.
Man. I heard something about his truck the other day. He made a comment about something that happened to it. I don't know. I forgot. You know, his big truck.
Oh.
Maybe that automatic transmission overheated.
Yeah, probably, huh?
Automatic transmission. Damn, his big rig caught fire. Wow.
Damn. That's when he just had that new engine put in too.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to drive a 13 speed. That's what I'm going to drive Monday.
Just 2 years off of a 15 speed. That's all. It ain't that hard.
I wish I could drive a 5-speed. Like I can't drive manual anymore.
We'll throw you a real curveball. We'll put you in a 5-speed R model. See how you do the first couple of miles.
I haven't drove one of them in years, Jeff. Does it have a splitter on the side?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, on the side of the handle. You got that 13 speeds, you got that silver knob, you know, that the handle part.
Well, he's
Got
talking-
that.
he's talking
You got a up click, and then you got a splitter right there on the left side of it.
Well, you got Mark. You need them daggum dual sticks in that song. So you can.
I just
A 5 and a 4.
watched a video while I was off sick of a guy driving with triple stick.
Yeah.
You seen that one too, huh?
Dude, like throwing them suckers back and forth, reaching to the steering wheel.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah, like a 5 and a 4, 6 and a 4. You got to drive them with both hands.
Well,
See what Ben said?
well,
Wow, I've heard stuff. And
I
caught it
seen one the other day with a 9-year-old that was driving one of those trucks and he was driving, never missed a damn gear. I mean, but it was on back roads. But
That was a tall boy there for his age.
I ain't got that tall. You couldn't hardly see him over the steering wheel. But
Well, my granddaughter's 11. Y'all seen how tall she was the other night, compared to Missy.
yeah,
I mean, she's gaining on Missy. She's 11. She's gaining on her. She was 4'5" last summer, and this Christmas she was 4'9".
I was watching videos earlier today in between my nap. There was a guy that, how they recommend videos. This little,
Yeah.
I don't know how old girl she was, went out, got in her dad's race car, turned the power on, hit the fuel pump, waited, hit the ignition, fired it up, reached down. He's like shooting through the window. She played with the stick, got it in reverse, backed his race car out of the garage, backed it around, and pulled it up in the box trailer. Yeah, and just, I don't think she could barely but reach the pedals, but she fired that thing up. And he's like, every time we go to load this thing up, it started out when she was 3 years old, she would absolutely throw a hissy fit if she wasn't in the car with him. No passenger seat. He'd have to put her over on the passenger side and ride with him. And over time, she just learned the sequence of getting the thing started up. And one day she's like, I want to do it. And he's like, no. And she's like, yeah. So he let her back out of the garage. Then he would load it in the trailer. And then finally one day she backed out of the garage. He said she turned that thing and started up the ramp. He said he about had a heart attack. And she loaded it right in. He said from now on, she's the one that backs out of the garage and loads it on the trailer before Dad goes racing.
Did you see Ann's thing? 10
Last
years old,
week,
5'6". That's tall.
5'6". Dang.
Whew.
Uh,
Hell, she beat
Machi,
Bocce's.
last week she made a comment that she's getting the envies, well, the itch. We call it the envies in French. She's getting the fever to get back into driving on the quarter mile.
Yep.
Well,
I didn't know Bocce used to race. I didn't know that.
I used to drag race until I got out of the drag racing and got into this tractor pulling. But all actuality, I spent less money drag racing than I did tractor pulling.
I say 5'6" is taller than Bocce.
Oh Lordy.
It's even taller than me.
Yeah, Missy is 5'4", 5'5". I forgot.
Oh, I'm only 5'9".
I'm 5'8". That's what, according to the doctor's saying, I'm 5'8".
Mm-hmm.
I was 5'11" in high school, so I lost 3 inches. Well, all them crushed and fractured vertebrae and stuff, you know, so I grew shorter.
Yeah.
I remember I met a girl one time. She was
I
6',
thought maybe you stuck in a dryer too long.
Yeah.
but she was like 6'1", 6'2", and come up found out she was only 12 years old.
Her dad is 6'4". Ooh,
No, oh,
that's a big boy.
Wow.
damn.
That's almost as big as Ed.
That is bigger than me.
My granddaughter gets it from her dad's side because her mom's side are short. But her dad, Casey, my son-in-law, he's 6'2". You know, and the rest of the family, his dad, now his grandpa or great grandpa, he's 92. He came to the house the other day to pick Gabby up, my granddaughter. And I was walking out the door, you know, and her grandpa, great grandpa, took the bags and stuff. And I says, Gabby, that's it? He said, yeah. So I'm like, okay. I said, good, because my back ain't feeling good. And the old man said, Mr. Andre said, how old are you to have a bad back like that? I said, 58, almost 59. He was like, I'm 92. I'm like, whoa. And that man does not look 92 at all. He still gets on a tractor and does a little truck patch, you know, vegetable farming, little roadside stand and stuff. Oh yeah, that man's, he got more energy than I got, put it that way.
In high school, my really good friend was 6'6". His brother was 6'5.5". His dad, 5'3". Mom, 4'11".
Hey, Ed,
What? You were 4'11".
Yeah.
Wait,
when y'all came down here,
no, I got that.
how tall are you or Crystal?
I think I was a little taller.
Then you're short compared to her 18-year-old son.
I believe it.
Yeah, because he's like 6'5", 6'6".
Oh yeah. I'm only 6'1", 6'2", something like that now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's saying he's 6'1".
Oh well, somebody's waiting to hit the outdoors, so it's that time.
all right, Jeff.
All right,
Jeff.
take care, Jeff.
Bye, Jeff. Thanks again for the clock.
Bye, Jeff. Man, he does that every time.
I know.
Usually he don't even say when he's checking out. It's just click.
Yeah.
That's
Last
what it
night in
was
Dallas
last night.
stream, he did. He just disappeared last night.
Yep. When he's done, he's done.
Yeah.
Well,
When he says, all right, guys, I got to go, he don't wait for nobody to say bye. His hands on the button, on the bouton.
The funny thing about my buddy in high school, he drove a Dodge Omni all the time.
Oh, that's a small car.
Mm-hmm.
He did what?
He drove a Dodge Omni. Seat all the way back, leaned back. He was still like up on the steering wheel, and it was the funniest thing to watch him get out of it. I mean, he could lean on the top of the car and be like, you know.
If he had a sunroof, he could put, his head would stick up.
just about. But
Like in that movie White Lightning with Burt Reynolds and Jaws from the
Yeah.
James Bond movies. His shoulders were right at the sunroof, and this guy's driving that Cadillac.
his name was Ben, and we called him Gentle Ben because he was just a mountain of a dude, but one of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet.
I tell you,
That's the
Carl,
nicest one. That's the biggest one.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dodge Omni to someone that tall is like someone getting inside of a go-kart.
Well, it was his dad's car, and when he turned 16, he wanted a car, and his dad's like, well, the only thing we got's the Dodge, and he's like, I'll drive it. Luckily, it was an automatic.
Well,
Right.
it's
When
better,
Mark-
it's better to have a car than Shoe Leather Express.
yeah,
You know, when Mark, Sandy, and Ed came down here, I was expecting Ed to be totally different than on YouTube. You know, I'm talking about his demeanor, you know, and his attitude, and, you know, just his regular everyday stance. But, you know, but no, he's the same in person as he is on YouTube.
Yep.
You know, soft talker, doesn't cuss, you know. I mean, if he said a cuss word, I didn't hear it. But, you
I've
know,
heard him say it.
oh, okay. But, I mean, I'm talking about, another gentle Ben, gentle giant. Yeah.
Well, basically, what you see is what you get.
Yep.
Now, Sandy, that's a different story in person.
But there's a lot more to him in real life than on YouTube, though.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, I mean, he's sincere and all that. I mean, it's just, he's likable the first minute you meet him, you know.
Oh, yeah.
so they tried to sneak up on you at the truck stop.
Yeah, you can't. I have a hard time sneaking up on people.
He
Oh,
tried
there
to-
comes that train.
He tried to sneak up on us at the truck stop that day. So. Then I had to look around the other side of the shelf, and there was one Miss Sandy at the other side. So both cameras pointed at me.
Oh boy.
Hey, we had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll need to make another road trip.
No, it's somebody else's turn to make the road trip.
Yeah.
Maybe during the summertime. I don't know. But I got supposedly June or July, I've got someone that might be making a trip here.
Huh.
Don't know yet, but they're talking about making a trip from Arizona.
Money maniac.
Yep.
Now, not next, but this fall coming, Mark, are you going with them, Ed, on the hunt?
No, probably not.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had reserved you a spot in that hunt or not. A ticket, I mean. You know, well, a tag, I mean. Because they got them a tag. Y'all each got a tag? Mark and Sandy?
That season's already closed and out.
He had it for this year.
I'm talking about this fall coming.
Now we haven't got anything for this coming up one.
I'm
But
talking
no.
about the gator hunt.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
gator hunt's already over. It's only in for 30 days.
Yeah, he had it.
In last
He had
month.
back trouble back then, Hazen. He didn't get to go this year because he had back
No.
trouble.
Oh, no, I thought y'all were going this September. This coming September in
No, it was
2023.
supposed to have been last September.
No, it's supposed to have been last September.
Oh, okay.
But he ended
Oh,
up
I'm
getting
lost.
hurt, so we didn't get to
Yeah,
go.
gator season's only in down there for 1 month.
Yeah, 30 days, September
Yeah.
1st to September 30th.
Yeah. So we're out right now for that one.
Oh, okay. I
thought
don't
it
know
was
why I was thinking it was this year.
End
No,
of September to October.
Well, it was supposed to be this year, but with his back problems, it couldn't.
Yeah.
No, I mean 2023. I thought it was for 2023. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, you can get a hold of that one group down there that we use, and they always got tags. Heck, they had tags when we was down there.
Oh, yeah.
Went on that last hunt.
What was the date that we went on? We went there when we went. Was it in September?
I think season just came in.
No, it wasn't September. It was in the summer.
No,
It was
we
all-
went in September.
It
Y'all
was either August or September because school had just started.
And Gator season had just started down
Remember,
there.
they said
when
they
we
were
went.
hiding because of Gator season being in.
Yeah,
Right.
they were in
Huh.
season when we was down.
It must have been at the very beginning of September then.
I think it is.
No, I think it was at the end of September.
I don't know. I could look in Ed's videos and see.
Yeah, because that would have been when I just got in the truck and everything because we made the trip down in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
That was at almost the middle of September of last year.
Yeah.
I thought we left like the 18th or something like that, didn't we, Ed?
Yeah, something like that. Because school, like I said, school had just started, and they were going to give me shit about taking time off.
Right.
Yeah, but you had that vacation already planned, huh? With the school.
Yeah. I basically told the boss, this ain't a request that I want to take off. I'm telling you, I'm not going to be here.
No, we had that all planned out, and man, did we travel some miles.
Y'all did too.
October 9th when we were at her house.
Yep, Bocce said October 9th.
I thought it was
at
the
her
beginning.
house.
So I think it's from the end of September to the end of October is
The Gator
Gator
season, the open season.
No, Gator season September 1st till the last day in September.
mm,
I don't know about that because they were in season when we went.
Yeah, well, September 1st to September 30th.
Yeah, but they're saying it was there at the beginning of October is when they went.
Yeah, that's what Bocce just put in the chat there. That it was October 9th when we were at her house, and that was out in Texas.
Oh, okay. Well, there are certain hunters that they get an extension.
Okay,
That
that could
might
be.
Yeah,
I
that
used to
might
get
have
an
been-
extension all the time when I was fur trapping, a 2-week extension.
Well,
Right, that's probably what happened.
means being that we was on a charter, that might have made the difference right there.
Okay.
Because we had
Yeah.
tickets.
Well, I posted the first video from our trip October 15th.
Okay, so it could have been October then.
Oh, it must have been in October.
Okay. It's the live stream you want to look at when
It's
you were
open.
here at my house. That's Sunday.
Gator season is open for 60 days
Yeah, okay, we're looking it up right now. It's open for 60
from
days.
opening date, and it opens the first Wednesday in September.
Yes. So they was still in when we were down. So 60 days would be the end of October, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
Well, no, it
That's the
opens Eastern Zone. You guys are the Eastern Zone, right?
we're sent.
No, Central.
Because it says Eastern Zone opens last.
Oh, Eastern Zone in Louisiana, you mean?
Yes.
It
Oh,
opens
okay.
last Wednesday in August. And it goes for 60 days after the first Wednesday.
Oh, they changed a few things in the last, couple of things in the last few years then, because
Yep.
even Troy Landry on Swamp People, he even said, we only got 30 days. You know, we got to do it rain or shine, because they had a hurricane one year
Yes.
and they applied for an extension with the
Yeah.
wildlife and fisheries. All the gator hunters in that area, because of the hurricane, they couldn't get out. They missed 3 days of hunting, and they asked for a week extension to fill their tags. And the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries says, no, you got 30 days, and that's it. No ifs, ands, or buts, hurricanes, storms, whatever.
Yeah, they
Now
got
that's the way it used to be.
they got 60.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever been to that place called Duffy's?
Duffy's,
Duffy's.
man, that sounds very familiar. Is that in the basin? Oh no, yeah, that is in the basin, but that's by Pierpont.
Yeah. That's,
Okay, that's Troy's daddy's place.
Yes, and they have
Yeah.
that fish market and stuff, and game.
Mhm.
They sell
Right.
the meat stores and stuff.
Yeah, Yeah, that's who. Yeah, Duffy. Troy started that for his dad.
Yeah.
That
What do we
business.
used to hunt those gators with, anyways?
What's that?
A big old hook, and not a stainless steel. You can't use stainless steel. You got to use regular steel. That way, if you catch a smaller gator, you can cut the line, and the acid in that gator's stomach will dissolve that hook within 40 days.
No, I'm saying I know. I've seen some of the guys on TV. They're out there with the rifles and everything, shooting them once they catch them.
Yeah.
But what do they use?
Well, the charter that we all went on, it was a line with 3 hooks tied onto it, and like a big lead weight. That
You're talking about a treble hook, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what they use down there where we went to.
That's what Willie uses a lot.
And then you pull them in and you shoot them.
Yep, you pull them up next to the boat and you shoot them.
And you shoot them,
so
yeah.
what I'm asking is, what kind of rifle do you use to shoot them with?
Oh, they using a 270 or 243 or whatever.
Where we was at, the guy said either a 22 Magnum or a 17.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now when they come up to the boat, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a 22 rifle, boom, on that sweet spot in the head.
Yeah.
But if they shooting a regular swimming gator that's out in the open water, they'll use a 243 or 270 or whatever they want to use, and then they hurry up and get to it because it's going to sink, and then they'll gaff it.
Right. Well, like I said, I've seen where they pull them up there in the boat, and the guys shoot them.
Oh yeah, that's a 22 rifle or a 38 pistol or their choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ed
I
put it-
got to drop out, guys. I need to run to town.
all right, we'll see you,
All right.
Daryl.
Oh.
Thanks.
Say, Daryl.
All right, Daryl. Blue tie.
Ed put in the
I
chat.
gotta go.
October
I gotta go.
10th, when he did the live
October
stream
10th
occasions.
was a live from Cajun. Oh, okay. Ed.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
hey,
that was the only video that you made on that road trip that posted while you were on that trip. You put everything else up when you got back home.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. That's what made me think. There was a live stream here at my house.
Yeah.
You were sitting right here next to me. I had my laptop on. Your laptop was on over there. Mark and Sandy were right here,
yes.
right behind me, and they were watching it.
And Johnny was there somewhere.
Right now, there was one other live stream going on prior to all that y'all got on.
From the I did a live stream from the motel room,
Mhm.
and we
And
did
one from Botches.
a live stream from Botches.
And Brandon, we were on Brandon's live stream the day we got there.
We
Right,
crashed
yeah. Y'all surprised him.
Brandon's.
Now, was that his or was that mine? That y'all.
No, he was on here.
It might have been
It was
your
on
live
Yeah,
stream.
it was on my live stream because all of a sudden he goes, "Hang on, I got somebody showing up," and it's like, okay, and then I'm seeing because Ed was up on panel. I'm going, I think I know right where he's at.
And then I went in the building and got his computer.
Yep.
Yep. But hey, everybody, it's way past my hour. We're going to be shutting this thing down. I appreciate everybody coming in. And we'll be talking to you all later.
And Ed's tomorrow night.
All right, everybody. It's good being north of the grass. Be safe. Stay that way. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. And we'll catch y'all later. Blue top.
All right. Good night, everybody.
In getting started and pulling. What motor should I?
Hey, William.
And so I only have to get one and make it perfect.
Well, William, you can go with a 25 horse, a 20 horse. Then you can bump 2 classes, 20, 25 horse on the V twin, or you can go into a single cylinder, do a.
What kind of mower?
Mower would be
We do all Cub
Cadet because that's where you can keep stuff going. And
Gear Gear Drive Cub Cadet.
Gear Drive Cub Cadet, yes.
Yeah.
That would be your best thing to do. But all right, we're going to get out of here. Y'all, if you have any more questions, William, tomorrow night, 7 p.m., Polar Bear Edge Garage. Be more than glad to help you with all we can. Talk
Yes,
to you
sir.
all later.
See ya.
All right.